Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, where last episode we finished off our explorations on Kashyyyk, and we kicked Zerka off the planet, and now we're heading to the next planet on our tour and hunts for the star maps. Manaan, a watery world inhabited by a fish-like people called the Selkath.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Revan Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
It looked like it was underwater. Maybe the land was once above the surface.
It is possible. The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time are incomplete. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Agreed. Let's go. Right. The most peaceful music. I like Manaan's gentle background lull. Let's see.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. The guy's just trying to provoke you.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
It's all right.
No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, not really. I'm leaving now.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Or I'll just follow my map marker. Thank you very much. Hello, merchant. Greetings, human, and welcome to Atos City's Visitor Provisional Stand. We're here to provide visitors with all manner of indigenous treats and products produced right here in Manaan. We carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contacts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. Now, how is it that the Atos City Professional Company can help you today? I would like to see your inventory. Holy shit, he's selling thermal detonators. And hyper-adrenals. Jesus. Well, if I ever need to become a drug addict, I'll be back with you. Bastila, what's
How
up?
can I help?
I want to talk to you what you said about before, about giving in to your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master. You should have remained with the Council.
Why do you say that?
The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
You're doing your best, I'm sure.
That's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
You're being too... Maybe we could help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before. And you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together.
How did you expect me to be?
Well, just different, I suppose. Things are not going as I thought they would. I need time to think about all this. We should continue on with our mission for now.
She's got the hots. Abusa. Greetings. Forgive me if it seems an odd question, but have you any exotic species for sale? Nothing dangerous, mind you. What kind of exotic species? Anything sentient, non-carnivorous, although creatures that are easy managed are preferred. Is that understandable? Why do you want to buy animals? Good question. The Cellcath have a little exposure to life from other planets, but our government hopes to change that. We're setting up a zoological compound for visitation of the public and are hoping to stock with non-offensive foreign creatures of all types. The only problem right now is actually procuring the exotic species we need. Cellcath import restrictions are prohibited, to say the least. Do you want me to smuggle them in? I would not use such a harsh word, Offworld. Let's say I'm interested in engaging in private trade. That is allowed, according to our laws. Finding Offworlders that deal in such trade is much difficult, however. I've become quite desperate. Might you have what I seek? Not right now. Well, if you do come across anything potentially interesting, please remember me. My name is Nabusa, and I hope to see you again. And that is what you do if you don't kill fucking Gazika. No, I wasn't going to go to West Central yet. I was going to stay in the docking bay. Leaving Atos City Security Zone, cameras deactivated. Okay. Sup, Sith?
I don't have time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of Kolto ready to load before my shift is over.
Alright, what up, Sith?
We've got all the proper Kolto trading permits, so back off!
There's no cameras here. I could kill you where you stand. But that'd be very un-Jedi-like of me, so I will not. This isn't that kind of game, bruh. You can't just go around and murder people. Ooh. That's a neat little hangar.
No problem. Didn't work. No problem. No problem. Didn't work.
Oh well. Oh wait, Nagano Harden wanted to meet with me. Some sihulas. Huh. Odd. Yeah, what do you want? Who are you? Name is Yola, this traveling Pazak player. Very tough security, I see. Welcome to Manaan. While you rewrite says you will follow all the rules governing activities of off-worlders. What are the rules exactly? The single most important law on Manaan is very simple. Kolto smuggling is punishable by death. If you're carrying any unprocessed Kolto, blah blah blah. The other rule is also very simple. Keep the peace. Here in Manaan, we maintain a careful neutrality and react very harshly to people who jeopardize their status. Any confrontations between the Sith and the Republic are to be dealt with swiftly and decisively. Is this understood? That's it? Only 2 laws? Don't be foolish, Sean. Of course we have laws against murder, theft, and other crimes, but these laws are hardly different than those of any other planet. Manaan's neutrality is closely linked to our Kolto production. That's why I made special mention of the laws regarding smuggling and keeping the peace. I understand. There's a docking fee of 100 credits. You have to pay this fee each time you dock in Manaan, or we will not permit it into Otto City. Very well. Here's the docking fee. Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism thanks you. Here's a visitor guide and a map of the city. The gates of Otto City are now open to you. You may come and go as you please, as long as you do not leave the planet. If you do, you'll have to pay the docking fee once more. Which makes me wonder, what if you do the impossible and just burn out all your money? Selkath, Traveler, Sith, Selkath. I'm looking for any named individuals with whom I may speak with. Manaan is one of the planets that I don't remember very well. Like, I know where the Starforge is, and I vaguely remember the path to access it.
I can't stop to talk to tourists. I'm on Kolto packing duty.
But much beyond that, I don't remember. Like the map layout. Oh, there's a named character.
I was told that you're a friend of Jolie Bindo, and that Jolie has returned to the sector. Please, I must speak to him. It's very urgent.
Why do you need to speak to Jolie?
My name is Alora. My husband, Sunry, and Jolie are old friends. Now Sunry needs Jolie's help.
Very well, I shall tell Jolie immediately.
Please, I beg you to bring...
Okay. I guess I'll go do that then. Where does Jolie hang out? He hangs out... yeah.
Got something on your mind?
Tell me about Sunry. How do you know him?
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. A man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. Well, I don't expect much these days.
Okay, so... yeah. What? I didn't mention anything about murder or anything. I just was like, yo. There's gonna be some dissonance here. Alright, cool.
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Okay. Authorized personnel only. Alright. Traveler, Selkath.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Interesting.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Maybe you could hire me.
I don't know if you've got what we're looking for. Jedi aren't generally suited to mercenary work. If you want, talk to Roland Wan at the Republic Embassy and see if he can find anything for you. It's north of here, just east past... Now, if you'll excuse me.
Very odd. Very, very odd. Nilko Bawas! Human, I wish to speak with you if you have the time. Greetings, my name is Nico Bawas. I hope you're enjoying yourself here in Nato City. The floating city is beautiful, is it not? It's truly a wonder to behold. You are too gracious, human. The beauty of Manaan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What are you talking about? There's a task I would ask, human. Jedi. I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. What would you like me to do? Rest assured there will be ample reward for this. I only require information, nothing more. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason of this change in Republic policy. What do you need for this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secret. I have inquired often as to their purpose and have been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions and I will pay you 500 credits.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Please, see if you can find the answers I seek. Find out why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries. Find out where they're going. Find out why they do not return. I'll look into it for you. Once you discover some information, please come speak with me. Believe it or not, I'm a friend of the Republic. Whatever the truth, I should do my best to protect the Republic's interests, and those of the Selkath, of course. Traveler.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak.
Nope.
So,
I'm not playing Pazak, bruh. Iridonian.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs. Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel...
I don't remember what the Iridonians are. I misremembered what he was. Oh. Isn't that just... a Zabrak? Go to Legends. I require Legends. Ah, whatever, my phone's not loading. I'll look it up later. Weird. I have to look that up later. But it's not a Zabrak, it's different. Very odd.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. Maybe that Iridorian skullslagger at the bar, or the Ajahn. So
Greetings, my name is Shayless. I've heard it is said you're no friend of the Sith. Is that true? My allegiances are my own business. You are wise to be so guarded, human, but my sources are rarely wrong, and they have informed me you are no friend of Malik's people. Though I suspect we have little in common, human, I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought great grief to my family. I am not a fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. Were it up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in the war against Malik. But intergalactic politics stay in my hands. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I fear what they will do to my people, and what they may be doing now. What are you talking about? Many of the Selkath have vanished, human. Most whom have gone missing are on the cusp of adulthood. The youth who will someday leave this planet. My own daughter, Sasha, is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith, and I cannot dismiss the connection. The Sith are up to something, human, something sinister. I can feel it. I will investigate this disappearance. I will pay if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but it is all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter, and my personal wealth is not vast. There's no one else I can turn to. The Republic agents are far too closely watched by the Sith, and the Addo City authorities cannot act without proof of Sith involvement. I will look into this for you. I cannot imagine where to begin the investigation, though I suspect the Sith did not act alone. Perhaps the Off-Worlders and the Mercenary Enclave know something. If If you learn anything human, report back to me at once. If you uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Self-Cath youth, I'll reward you as promised. Well.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Dantooine. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I'm just here to check out the swoop race.
Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day off, but this planet is bad enough without mingling with the locals. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Manaan should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
I hear you're taking an interest in the Self-Cath youth.
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I get it. Come on, what's the matter? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I'm...
Weirdo. Greetings, human. There are a few places in Auto City where offerings are welcome, but here they're at least tolerated. What you got in stock? Hypoadrenals, more adrenals, lots and lots of adrenals. Vigo.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you burnt Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Interesting.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Nah. Alright.
If you're here to maybe...
Where the hell is the Achani? Wanted to talk to the Achani. Iridonian, Mandalorian.
Are you hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Fine, I'll talk to Mr. Bloodshed.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
I'd ask you some questions.
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
Have you heard anything about the Self-Cath going missing?
Perhaps, but my business with the Self-Cath is my own.
I am your friend. You want to tell me what's going on.
An Iridorian has no friends, though I feel a strange kinship with you. You do not seem like the others of this world. Even the Sith here do not understand our kind. The Sith sought to buy my loyalty with credits, as if wealth could somehow quench my burning bloodlust. They would have been better off hiring an Achani for the errands they had me running.
What were you doing for the Sith?
The task paid well, but was boring, and beneath me. I was told to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith Embassy. Nothing more. I lied, I threatened, I promised, and I brought the most promising youth of the fish people to the Sith.
So you brought these youths to the Sith. And then what did you do to them?
And there I left them. To what purpose I neither know nor care. Perhaps when the Sith learn I have betrayed their secret, they will try to kill me. I would welcome the excitement.
Sounds like the Sith are trying to win this.
Is there more?
Nope.
Yes.
I got my information. I'm looking into the mercenaries still, Nico. But Shilas. Yeah. I have information. We've learned. The Sith hired an Eridorian mercenary to lure the Selkath youth into the Sith base. I see, this information is useful for a start, but it is little explain the truth of this matter. We must know what purpose the Sith have for these youth. Are they prisoners? Are they even still alive? I must know more. I must know what's happened to my daughter. I will look into this further. I cannot officially ask you to enter the Sith base. That would be a violation of Addo City's strict neutrality laws. However, I fear such a brazen act would be the only way to learn the truth. But entering the base will not be easy. It should be captured or killed. I will have to disavow any knowledge of your actions. I will infiltrate the base. I wish I could be more of help. I will wait here. Do. Talk to the Republic. Figure out what they do.
The Republic respects the peace of Addo City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I'm aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state the Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved into the Addo City jail, but since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. The court is dismissed, though I warn you that further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. Okay, that's not very promising. I will speak with the judges.
I'm sick of hearing about Manaan's neutrality. It sounds like a coward's excuse not to fight, if you ask me.
You're a shitty diplomat.
Manaan should treat us Sith better. Their day of reckoning approaches. The Selkath have forgotten the lesson of Taurus. Perhaps we should remind them.
You're also a shitty diplomat, but you have Sith style, so, you know, you at least try and play the part. Do not waste time on individuals who are not involved in my legal restriction. Do not disturb me. Public citizens are welcome by Nava. Official inquiries are due through the proper channels. Judge Shalar can answer. Okay. I will talk with Judge Shelkar. I am Judge Shokar, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manaan. It's my task today to answer the needs of the off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with either party, you should speak with me. You should, however, first consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there anything you wish to bring my attention? I wish to investigate the murder case involving Sunri. That is acceptable, I believe. In Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. The arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. Are you a Jedi? As you are a Jedi, I believe you can fill this role adequately.
I suppose you're Sunri's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunri versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time to investigate and organize the defense of your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Elisa Huros. He's been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in a solitary holding cell. Witness claimed to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel. In question, pending the trial, the manager of the hotel has now been informed of the appointment. Alessa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case, and you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. I will gather as much info as possible. Judge Josa, since you have been designated arbiter in the Sunry case, I shall answer questions you may have. Is there anything suspicious regarding this case? Well, I have often wondered if he were so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the scene of the crime? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? The case seems fairly simple and obvious to me. Your Republic types stick together, however, and I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people on Manaan, and even seems to maintain some sort of relations with them still. If he is capable of some of the Republic's citizens to believe he is certainly capable of the actions that result in murder. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? Both empires are at fault for the current conflict. The Republic in the past were laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew, and the Sith now obviously for starting the war. But no matter what wrongs have been done in the first place, the Sith have no cause for renewing hostilities. It almost seems as if they just want to conquer everything.
Almost seems they do wish to conquer everything and will not stop at Manaan. Why the Selkath believe themselves invulnerable, I have no idea.
I do believe the Republic has every right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Unfortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing a good job of it. That is it. No more information for Josa. Elekshakan. Suppose I must spend some time talking to you since you're here in an official capacity. What do you need? What do you think of Sunry? Republic soldier, hero even. Do you think his Republic masters would let somebody so valuable go so easily? I think not. And Sunry maintains his contacts with the Republic and seems to escalate the situation here. Anything suspicious? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunry is from the Republic and is from the Sith. The great empires battling now live out their conflict with their minions too. Is that all? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I do not buy into the Republic line with some epic battle of good Republic against the evil Sith Empire. The Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. It is simply the turning of history where the old is swept away by the better new. I disagree with that line. I shall answer questions pertaining to the case, and those questions only. What do you think of Sunry? I find the idea that some half-human cripple could murder someone as obviously competent as Sith Alessa questionable at best. A man who can barely walk killed a Sith warrior in her prime? Preposterous. But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Is there anything suspicious about the case? I find it presumptuous to assume that the crippled Sunry could kill Alicia. I think there must have been another who killed her, perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for the metal clutch in her hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off even as she died. I think this may be the work of some Republic conspiracy, and I am not afraid to say so. If the only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunry, then so be it. Is that all? What do you think of the Republic and Sith Empire? I think the Republic is an institution in sorting of change. It has gone too long, and the Sith are the fresh wind of change blowing across the galaxy. I do not believe in the false stories of the evils of the Sith Empire. They are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation that the Republic represents at its core. If I was given the power to decide, Manaan would join the Sith, forcing the Republic to accept the new face of the future. But sadly, it would appear that I am wiser and more farsighted than my immediate superiors. I am relegated to the civil judicial matters. I will judge this case, and I will find Sunry guilty if he is charged to be.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change.
Impartiality is one thing, blindness is another entirely.
You said it, not I.
Are you finished? Yeah. And I thought that he was wise for a second. Judge Skoda. Ah, the Arbiter. Since you've been permitted to defend Sunry against these accusations, I shall assist how I can. What do you know of Sunry? He was a great warrior. He fought to free the Republic against Sith aggression and proved valorous. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in his current condition. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be such a great problem for your people. Anything suspicious? I find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. Knowing the Sith, there was probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There has been much pressure by the Sith in our government, and even now the judges themselves to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. The letter of the law is absolute, and we will not be compromised for Sith power games. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I find the great battle being waged across the galaxy both disturbing and ultimately tragic. For all its faults, your tottering Republic has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for many millennia. To see it to fall into ruin in such a short time, I do not like the Sith, and I make no effort to hide that. I will even admit that if given the option, I would rule that we should join the Republic, but I must remain impartial and rule in the cases the law requires. So I have one absolute Sith, one absolute Republic, and 3 neutrals. What do you know about the young Selkath who've gone missing? The court is unaware of any missing. Being his report, should any substantial evidence come in regards to such a disappearance, you should file it with us and investigation will be launched. Trial. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is known to us as a hero of the Republic near perpetual conflicts with the Sith Empire. While he may have been severely injured in line of duty, I personally hold him in quite high regard.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
In no way does his disability hamper him, though. Rest assured, my personal regard for Sunry will not affect my judgment. While emotion may rule your Senate, the cold hand of the law rules here on Manaan. Is there anything you wish to ask me? Republic and Sith Empire. The governing bodies seek to keep an amicable relationship with our world in order to facilitate the exporting of Kolto. I do not delude myself into thinking that either of your states holds any great love for us, but where necessary, so let us hold our autonomy. I try not to concern myself with intergalactic policy. I find it stretches the letter of the law too much for my tastes. Is there anything suspicious about this case? Yes, there's something that's been bothering me. The medal that's been found clutched in the Sith's hand. I find it most odd that such a blatantly incriminating piece of evidence can be left at the scene of the crime. You've analyzed the evidence and it does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of the crime, though, Sunry could have well lost it. I have seen much more improbable things happen in my tenure at the courts.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elas's hand.
Is there another matter? No. Alright. Detective Jedi is on the case yet again. But I should be able to access the holding cell now. Hello.
Jolie, what are you doing here? The Lord sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Elasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. When I turned Elasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Elasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things.
See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
I need to investigate the crime scene. Any ideas where to look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with Offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter.
Few things we have to clear up.
Ask.
The judges say you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Very well. Once you've gotten...
Alright. This...
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Be quiet, off-world scum. Alright. Need to go to East Central.
Jolie, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
So you don't have a problem with Malak and the Sith?
I want to stop Malak as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. Capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is an all-living creature.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group, with a lightsaber and Force powers.
That was the timer. So I will continue my murder investigation in the next episode. And I'll see y'all there. And,